All right, this is a 3X chest open full stride. This is a no drive throw. So this is a beginner throw. This is just working on having a stable base and then accelerating your upper body. So not ideally the full kinetic movement, but the reason this is important is because if you look at the 80-20 study that the MPA did, it said 80% of velocity came from the ability to separate the hips and shoulders. 20% came from the linear drives. So what that meant and where they got that was that they started guys on their knees, and the more they turned their shoulders closed, the harder they threw. And they were about 80% of their velocity on their knees with their shoulders closed. It's the other 20s, them standing up and then putting the leg lift and the drive into that. Now, that 20 is important because I did a little test study on that showing if you want to throw 95, 76 is about 80%. So that other, 14 mile, or actually, 17 miles an hour, I can't do math right now, 15. 18 miles an hour was from the, was from the lower half, applying the lower half. But here's the catch is, if you go to apply the lower half drives, and that takes away from your 80%. So let's say you do it and you fly open, now your shoulders aren't as closed. It's like to gain 20, you lost 20 from the 80, or you lost 30 from the 80, now you're actually getting worse. So in these drills, which are simpler drills than the full chest up, full strides, with the drives, I want you to first really focus on the 80%. So focus on hip up right now. That's the purpose of this. Get the hip up down, and then we'll add the drives in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start in the full stride, and I'm gonna go, obviously, on these feet straight. So the power pad is down. I'm heel to toe, toe to heel, 20 degrees closed, okay? With the ball over my head, like on my slams, I want tension. Dropping your arms, you lose tension, and then you start pushing the ball. I want tension as the arm pulls back. Let's go as far back as we can. So your back leg is pushing forward, stabilizing your hips. Your front leg is stabilizing your hips. Let's go back as far as we can. And then from here, I'm going to keep pushing up and pull my trunk down and forward into release. And try to throw as hard as we can, or build up to throwing as hard as we can on these. So it'd be like this. Okay? No drives, just focusing on throwing from this position, with a stable lower half, reaching all the way back and accelerating your hips up. Okay. One more. All right, so that's your 3X chest up throws without drives.